People of God, this weekend with Auntie Helen, drive-through Bible study. The year 2021, our new year, our new priority. As we continue to celebrate our Black History Month in the month of February, guess what? This weekend is Valentine weekend. This is a weekend where people show affection to one another, especially those who has a significant one. They show their affection, sharing gifts, the lingerie, the perfume, the flower. But none of those things constitute love. Today, I want us to talk about 4 biblical love that is talked about in the Bible. 4 kinds of love in the Bible. The number 1 love is called the surrogate love. The surrogate love. This is the kind of love which is called the natural love, empathy. The kind that the prodigal son has, the type that the prodigal son, the father gave to him. That regardless of what the prodigal son did, the father still loved him unconditionally. This is the kind of love that parents give to their children and to their offspring. This is why you see, they say grandparents always spoil their grandchildren. This is the kind of love. Does everybody give this kind of love? Somebody who are not your family member or your children or your mom, can they also give that love? Yes, some of them do. There are some that just treat either their siblings' kids or their friends out there as their own kids. They treat them with empathy. They treat foreigners with empathy. Remember the story of this Good Samaritan? He didn't know that person, but he had empathy and he gave such love. Do you have such love towards everybody? That is love number 1. Love number 2 is called the filial love. The filial love is the kind of love that it is brotherly kind of love, friendship kind of love. 2 friends that have mutual respect for one another. They have something in common. They have the same kind of character. They dislike what they call gossip. They describe what they call maltreating somebody. They have something in common, so they share this kind of love. It is called filial love. Somebody who just loves to gossip, who loves to lie, it does not fit into the filial kind of love. Amen? So you want to be able to see what part of love you feel into. The other one is the eros love. The eros love, that is E-R-O-S kind of love. You got the word from me from erotic love, which is the kind of love which you are celebrating this weekend with your significant partner, which is husband and wife, a man and a woman, sharing that kind of love this weekend. Friends, just sharing that kind of affection towards one another. You could have a friend that you have great respect for, great admiration for. It doesn't have to be sexually kind of love, and you share that erotic kind of love this weekend, eros kind of love. The one is the 4th love, which is the one that is the highest of the love. It is called the agape love, the unconditional love. Today, my 2 significant people I'm using is Jesus Christ and the person known as Judas the Zacchaeus. In the book of John, chapter 13, verse 21, it says it like this, that when Jesus had thus said this, he was troubled in his spirit, and he testified and said, verily, verily, I say unto you that one of you shall betray me. Jesus knew way ahead of time, before the Last Supper, that somebody among his 12 apostles would betray him. This is somebody he trusted. This is the person that was holding the purse. This is the person that does the grocery. This is the person that holds the wallet. This person is known as Judas Iscariot. He walked with Jesus till the last time that he betrayed Jesus with a kiss and gave Jesus up. And he took a bribe, 30 pieces of silver. That's what he did to betray Jesus. But guess what? Jesus still did not hate him. Jesus still loved him. This love thing that we talk about, it is not love by comfort. It is not love by manipulating. It is not love when you use spiritual word to manipulate somebody. It is not love only when I have more money to give to you. It is not the kind of love that I have a professional. I have a profession that brings more money to the table. You have to love me for that. That is not the kind of love. The highest love, the unconditional love, it is called the Agape Love. So I titled today's message, The Agape Love, #discovered, #sacrificial. It is a sacrificial love that comes naturally, even without expecting anything in return. We saw that Jesus said to John leaned towards him and said, who was it that was going to betray you? And Jesus said, the one that when I dip the soup into the bread and give to the person, that's the person that will betray me. So John already knew that it was Judah that received it. So Jesus, after dipping the soup and gave the bread to Judah, he said, do what you have to do quickly. Judah still did not change his mind. Satan came up to him. He carried that thing that he was nursing in his mind. So children of God, what are you nursing towards your fellow human being? Either your siblings, either your friend, whoever, your co-workers. What kind of love do you have towards them? Is it the agape love? Is it the filial love? Is it the surrogate love? Or is it the eros love? What kind of love do you fit in? Today I encourage you to do the agape love. The agape love don't force things. Don't force people on them. Jesus did not force Judah the Zacchaeus, not to do what he has to do. He said, whatever you have to do, if you have to betray me, is that what you're thinking? And take 30 pieces of silver for my life? Go ahead and do it. But he showed him love. It was Judas who shamed himself and killed himself. So love is not something people can manipulate. You cannot manipulate me to love you. You cannot tell me to love you out of comfort. It comes naturally. Are you giving that kind of natural love? It's an individual thing. It is a lesson that we shall all learn from Jesus. He did it through. Not only Judas. Peter betrayed him 3 times. He still loved Peter. So love is something you give naturally. Nobody should manipulate. Nobody should force it. It comes in the Jesus style. Follow the Jesus style. How? Even Herod hated him. He said, go tell that Herod, go tell that man that I have lived yesterday, I will live today, and tomorrow I will perfect this work. He didn't hate him. He kept going. He kept doing what he has to do. So if there is anybody using love to manipulate you, to make life miserable for you, then you need to separate yourself from that individual so that you can accomplish all that God has called you to do. Remember, I said, love is not something you do out of comfort, because you can receive from that individual. Give it freely. It is given to you freely. You offer it freely. Do not manipulate it. Share this video to somebody that needs to learn right now, because we are in the year 2021, the year of parity, whereby you have to stay focused to the cause that God has called you to be. Follow me on YouTube as Auntie Helen. The only love you can give to Auntie Helen is to subscribe to it. Follow me on Facebook as Auntie Helen Drive-Through Bible Study. Like it, follow me. Give Auntie Helen, show Auntie Helen some love. Amen. Praying that you have a great Valentine weekend as we continue to celebrate in this month of February, our Black History Month. Signing out. #Voice for Strength. Shalom, people of God.